Hello everyone, hello professor. So today I'm going to be reflecting basically on my entire semester here. Deviating from my papers and like my exercises and everything. I feel like since I came to university, my development as a writer has been very personal. Like when I went to high school, I feel like everything was set in stone. You had a prompt and you had to write it, and you had to do it according to a certain specific type of rules. But here it's a little bit more free, and you get to have a more like personal voice incorporated into your work, which I really appreciate, because throughout university I feel like here I focus a lot on myself, which is a task that I wasn't able to do in middle school and high school, because I had expectations from my music coaches and my teachers, and I also had responsibilities that were beyond myself. So for me to come here and kind of just deviate from all of my responsibilities back home and kind of just focus on my own academic progress, I feel like I can really delve into my writing and how I want to be portrayed as a writer. So my writer's voice, I feel like, developed obviously in the beginning of the year, but also in progression 2 specifically. We had to do a lot of extensive research with the archival collections and going to the library and really navigating through that, like through the website and through the folders and all the books and catalogs and stuff. And so that extensive research I really did not do before I got here. And I was actively putting in time into looking within like every single detail. For example, Shay, his uniform, the numbers and the letters on his uniform and the meanings behind that. And then also like the pictures with him and Montano, specifically them both having their heads shaved and them being tied together, and then also pictures of them like naked, which represented like vulnerability between the two. And I mean, they were vulnerable since they put the rope between each other. Like it had been like that since the very beginning of the project, but for it to become more vulnerable and more like involving with each other was really interesting to see. I really felt that like I was putting a magnifying glass within Shay's life specifically, because that was that's what the paper was oriented around. Like I was really looking into Shay's life and everything that he was doing. And even though I felt like I was invading somebody's privacy, it was also interesting to really look into someone's life the way that I would look into my own, right? I mean, there's not like research out on me like in the internet, and there's not like archives of me that's accessible to the public. But the fact that this artist has so much of his life on display for other people to see, for other people to be inspired about, is really interesting. I think my writer's voice also developed in progression 3, when I was kind of like going back in time in my brain to high school when I was taking psych, and like really having to refer back to what I learned about the brain so that I could connect what I know to new material to connect to music. It was also extensive research that really helped me with this particular essay. I feel like JSTOR and me, we go like this. So it was really like insightful to befriend a database like that. And then attempting to like connect music and the brain throughout physical growth was a big aspect for me in this paper. Like I was trying to go from infancy to a toddler, to a teenager, to adulthood, which I feel like I didn't really portray it that much in the essay, but because I did really focus on infancy, since our brains are so, like, our brains have like plasticity, the most plasticity when we are infants. So exercise 1.4 gave me the realization of the impact that this class had, like its true intentions. We had to make a lens move and basically indirectly forming like the core of our essay. And I was like, when I had learned that we had to do this exercise and I was looking through like the specifications and everything, I was like, wait, like these exercises are really like fruitful and beneficial to our actual paper, so that we have to do less when we're writing the actual thing, which I didn't really take into account when I was in high school, because we did do exercises like this, but I felt like they were useless because when it came time to do my paper, I felt like I was just doing everything all over again. So when I had learned about this exercise, I was like, wait, this is like the true intention of why we're taking a writer's class in the first place. And then also for exercise 2.1, it was more engaging and fun for me, like to be able to be in a different environment outside of the class and to be at the library and just look through archives, look through this binder full of pictures of Shay and Montano, look through transcripts of him being interviewed by these two people. I don't remember their names, Alex and something. And then just really going in depth about the man, but also like just being interested. It's like a museum, like researching him. That start really felt like I was walking through a museum, really felt like I was walking through exhibits, and it was really interesting to see. So yeah.